and good evening, and welcome to the Good, Bad, and the Ugly Show, episode 20. 20, guys. Bloody hell. We've managed to get through the 20 episodes. How are we, the pair of you?
Yeah, I'm good, Tim. 20 weeks, buddy, of hearing about bloody West Ham. God, what I'm like, my ears can't take anymore. They were bleeding last week, I think.
I know.
But I tell you what, it's typical Fuzzy, isn't it? You know, when the countdown comes in, you always got to press that mute button in order to say something.
How are we, Fuzzy? You all good?
Yeah, we're doing all good over here. It looks like things are starting to get a bit more interesting in the transfer market. We're getting some names. It looks like there's progression actually being made in how the club is setting up for this transfer window, and it will be intriguing to see what differences we make in terms of our approach to signing targets. I mean, what we're doing is we're actually putting ourselves on, high alert with a multiple signings where old Man United board like to just pick a player. Oh yeah, we'll negotiate with them for about 2 months, and then we'll decide we either sign them or we'll go look at somebody else. Which by the point we go look at somebody else, that somebody else has now been purchased by another club. So I'm hoping that it's going to be a summer that is maybe not like crazy spending, like throwing tons and tons of money at loads and loads of players and, going all over the place. Bit like the scattergun approach, the Chelsea method with Todd Bowley and Clearlake, but one that's more calculated. I'm looking for a calculated approach that looks like they have an idea, that they have a plan. I want to see a board that has a plan, not a board that is freestyling it, winging it, and hoping it sticks, like some bloke wearing a Velcro suit star jumps onto one of those Velcro boards on a moving truck and hoping he just sticks to it. I'm hoping this one's actually, that there's a plan, and we see proper moves from a proper run football club.
There was only one guy done that, Fuzzy, and that was Brian Conley. Dangerous Brian, do you remember that team?
Oh, Dangerous Brian, yeah.
when he went like that and he leant up against the bloody truck, didn't he? And he was Velcro to it. And it drove around the London area, and he's there like that.
Bit like what was it, Dynamo or something that had his his magic trick that he holds onto the side of a double-decker bus in London or something. Because I know how he does it. He's got a metal rod that's attached to something on the bus, and he's just sort of supporting his weight that way. But people are just like, "Oh my god, he's actually levitating on a bus." No, it's just mechanical magic. Science can explain this one.
We'll see. Let's say hello to our people in the chat anyway. So we've got evening Steve, evening gents, evening chatters. Hope you're keeping well, Steve. Anthony's tractor.
Because I saw that comment.
Tractor.
I was just like, yeah, too.
Evening Steve, evening all, evening to usual suspect. Hope you're keeping well, mate. Good to see you on here as well. They're saying hello to each other. There's all your animals coming in, Anthony.
Yeah, there we go. Right, my tractor.
Hope you're well. Hope all things are good for you. And evening to Pepsi Pack that like to negotiate with roof contractors. Evening. Evening. Man, feel sorry for us, City. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you think about this, guys? Obviously, Man City have suddenly launched this legal act against the Prem.
Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back. They're going to start bringing all the spaceships down from Mars now. But in all seriousness, it's getting to some proper uncharted territories. I mean, maybe you could say the Turkish league sort of has it going on a bit at the moment with teams versus the league ownership and sort of having standoffs there. But Man City saying, well, because of all of your charges, we feel really hard done. It could be that they either feel really hard done by, and that we want you to compensate us for these charges, or alternatively, it's like, well, we could be going down here, but let's go down with a fight. I'm interested to see what actually ends up coming out, because either way, whichever way it goes, it's going to be fireworks. There's going to be fireworks. It's going to be a colourful display. A lot of interesting finger pointing going on. I'm looking forward to it.
It's interesting coming. I mean, obviously, as Pepsi's saying, classic case of guilt trying to blame others. I mean, what do you make on it, Anthony, yourself?
Well, it is what it is, but I mean, changing the story a little bit, but it is to do with Pep and Man City, this one. I actually read that he wants to obviously bring in someone big. I mean, really go out and spend quite a lot of money on a particular certain player. What that player is, I don't know. And he's actually said he doesn't care about the FFP charges as long as he comes into the team and Man City gets him. He feels that he's going to be a good player and most probably win a title. But do you know what? With all this that's going on, I reckon Pep, I don't know whether I'm going to say next season or the season after. I reckon it'd be Pep's last. He's got nothing more to do. He's got nothing more to prove. Do you know what I mean? So if Man City are found guilty in one way, I don't think it'd be towards the end of next season or maybe the season after that. And I think Pep would just walk and say, look, I've done it here. There's nothing for me to do anymore. I've won all these trophies. Proof's in the pudding. I'm off now, and he might want a different, go to a different club with a different process, if you like. Even though I hate that.
United.
But I think personally, this is what's going to happen. So but regarding the other thing you're on about, with all these charges, I didn't think they'd get off with it. It's only the time's ticking. In other words, till the right time, and I thought that they will get done with all these charges. And obviously, they'd have all the players most probably leave. They most probably get relegated down to the championship, or if not, maybe a couple of leagues, and they'll have to do what what happened to Rangers sort of thing. Go back, and shoot all the way up the
Titanic.
So I thought that's what's going to happen to Man City.
Because I'm just looking at apparently. Man City chairman's critical of the transfer rule, so he reckons there's going to be fewer deals this summer for Man City, which will be quite interesting considering what you're saying. As it says there. But on the opposite side there, if Man City win this legal challenge, then we may find what goes on with this spending spree. They're suddenly going to have this legal charges dropped, taken away from them. It's going to be quite interesting in that respect.
Yeah.
As usual, said the net is closing, as they say.
Yeah, definitely can sort of sense a bit of nervousness, like the nerves are jangling a little bit. Not probably to say that, we're definitely going to be caught or anything, but just how much focus there is from the lawmakers. Focused all on that one club. It's just like, say you work at a job and the highest boss in your company is essentially watching over you, and he's just like, right, I'm led to believe you do a good job. Show me you doing a really, really good job. And it's like there's nothing really wrong per se, but you feel like you may choke a little bit under the scrutiny and under the pressure. So,
well, just look at the thing here. So apparently, what Man City's legal team say that the rules of the APT rules actually are basically contrary to UK business law. So that's what they're saying, that, any transactions have to be independently assessed to be of fair market value. But obviously, they're saying that's not right. So they're trying to. That's what City's case is going to be against the Premier League. Whereas the Premier League are saying that it's good. The rules are fair and square as they say it to be. But I don't think we're going to see the end of this for a long while.
Yeah.
And then you got to think, out of the two associations, who's got the bigger lawyers and money to back it? Premier League or someone like City? This is going to be
City in that region. You just have to City, wouldn't you?
Well, they just have a country backing them. It's literally a Middle Eastern country versus a league organizer. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Good luck with international relations if you do, piss up the wrong tree.
It's going to be quite interesting. Just reading, good evening, James. Hope you're keeping well. Good evening, gents in chat. And big up Wolfie. Don't forget to go and see this guy's channel as well. Make sure to share, like, and subscribe to Wolfgang Division. Hope you're keeping well on that. And obviously, evening, Chris. Big up good people. Just popped in for clarification. Usually I get the three of you in there. Well, that's quite easy.
We're all ugly.
That's this side of me here, look.
So it's like a standoff here. The same from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. It's the standoff in like one of the final scenes, for all weapons drawn.
As Pepsi saying, apparently some of the 115 charges are related, and the number will fall, however, still a lot. So yeah, it's not going to be 115. It is going to drop dramatically by all accounts. So does that work in City's favour?
Yeah, from a punishment perspective.
Yeah. I think when it drops, if that's 115 charges, then what's it going to drop to? Something like what? What are you going to say? Like 40 charges, maybe? Or it might be even less than that, because this is Man City we're talking about, mind. So it might just be one or two. That's what it'd be.
They're waiting for that sweet payoff. And then the Premier League would just be like, oh, well, after conclusive or thorough investigations, we have come to the conclusion that Man City have not impeded on any rules or regulations whatsoever. They're fine. They're fantastic, world-class club, and they're better than everybody. That's probably what it's going to chalk up to be.
Yeah.
At the end of the
And
day,
big bold capital letters underneath. Lower clubs, watch out.
And just as a compensation to Manchester City for these investigations, here you go, Everton. Have another minus 10 points.
Exactly. Big up Wolfie, big up Genty saying Opal as well. Big thanks to Tony. No, you're welcome, mate. It was good to be on your stream earlier on. Don't get the chance to go and have a look at the Wolf Den episode 10 with myself, with Wolfie. It's quite a good show, nearly 2 hours. It was really good. Big up with the chat. 100, yeah. Chris is saying, glad there's a clear consensus of who's the ugly one out of the three of us. Yeah, not when you see Everton's outcome. And this is the thing, isn't it? I mean, this where it kind of slaps other teams in the face, because if City's going to get away with the majority of this, teams like Everton, teams like Forest, who have been deducted points, and of course, we've still got to find out the outcome of what Leicester's going to get as well, isn't it? As we see, yeah, that's going to be the interesting one as well.
They've already done there. So Leicester City, they're going to start the season with minus 10 points.
Minus 10.
Minus 10, yeah. And I don't know. It just makes me think why their manager, he won in the Premier League, then he's left, and obviously he's got hot favour to Chelsea. But it makes you think that the players that they've got, that minus 10 points, that's quite a lot. That's quite a lot. Knowing that a team from the Championship's just gone up to the Premier League, that you might think, well, we got this, we got that. What's the money situation like? Oh, the money situation might not be that great. I might as well go. He's done his bit there, and that's most probably why he's gone to Chelsea. But I did hear a rumour, and this is true, that Johnny Evans from Man United might be going back to Leicester City next season.
Really?
Yeah. I've read that as well.
Well, I haven't heard anything myself, but yeah, I don't know with Johnny Evans, because I've heard from most people say, well, somebody of that age, it's not a sort of player that Man United should have on their books or should have in the club. But at the same time, if you've got quite a few younger targets coming in, such as your Lenny Yoro or Inacio from Sporting, it's like, well, you could say that having the older head in the dressing room, the presence is a good presence to have if you're signing younger targets that are meant to come in to play more or less first team football. Johnny Evans is not going to be in any demand for big money, so he can sit on a very small contract whilst, becoming a part of the furniture at Old Trafford, albeit you hope that his furniture materials are waterproof, but, that's its own problem. But it's like, is just having the experience there in the dressing room all that worth it for Man United? I don't know. I mean, there's I suppose there are positives and negatives to Johnny Evans being the sort of player that we've got kicking around at the training ground and also in matchday squads, but never really seeing any minutes, because if Man United want to move on, Johnny Evans is essentially next season going to be last choice centre back, and that's behind academy graduates as well. So Cambuala next season probably have a much bigger role in the team than Johnny Evans would.
So, I mean, the suspect in saying Oshin contract talks about a year's extension.
So there's still all of these rumours going around at the minute, but that's something that I did. What did I read? I think that might be, well, people, it's talk sport, but it's shite.
Talk shite.
Yeah, so it could be something like that. But that was just what I was reading on my face. When was it? Yesterday, I think I read that.
Interesting. Big up Drew Gunners VR. I hope you're keeping well, mate. And if you get the chance to go over to see Drew's channel, give him a little like, love, and subscribe to that guy as well. Great guy. Meta Football saying, actually, just sub to him. Well done, Chris. Thanks for doing that. Appreciate that. Big up Drew. Pepsi saying, all United players and staff have to complete a lifeguards course.
We don't have stewards at the stands. We have lifeguards. Got to protect the attendees to Old Trafford.
So which is what side is the shallow end and what side is the deep end, Fuzz?
Oh, there's no shallow end. It's all just deep.
Just all deep.
It's all deep,
Just want to go into this because James has got a couple of comments I've just starred. Watching Emma's target, Alexis Sanchez, playing for Spain looks good.
Yeah.
Alexis Sanchez, I thought he was done with most of the clubs. I thought he was busy kicking it back into Milan.
And obviously, another one he's put in as well, which is this one, which is, is an interesting one. Ogbonna, will he be used at the club to help the youngsters? Hopefully he will be. It's that experience that he's got. You like to think that if we're going to retain someone, I think we was talking on Wolf's channel earlier on about Antonio. Look at the players like that. I mean, Antonio is probably going to be a fringe player, if anything, for next season. But Oggy, you got to like to think that we could use his experience in helping develop the youngsters and any existing players that we're bringing in. That's what you got to hope. But I like to think we'll keep him on. But again, depends on the manager, isn't it? This new Lopetegui wants, if he's bringing in his own style of coaching, is he going to want to stick with someone like him? I mean, what's your views on that, guys?
Wow, that's like what you've what I said with Johnny Evans and the sort of role that he played with the team or within the club. I suppose for quite a few clubs, they're older players that are sort of low end of contracts, that they'll just use them for experience. Because I mean, Johnny Evans, for example, from Man United, was steady, a very, very steady player. And sometimes players of that ilk, you can just have them in the club, training with them, younger lot, day in, day out, and you'll see maturity in players come through on the football pitch. And I think Ogbonna, he's a very journeyed career, been through all sorts of different clubs, different levels, different leagues as well. He's seen it all. Wouldn't quite say he's won it all. He's not quite the trophy haul that Johnny Evans has had, but but yeah, in terms of what you'll offer for your squad, I think depending on how much it's going to cost you to have him there to do that, and maybe with Lopetegui, we have to see if he's a new manager comes in, is the faith going to be with the younger lot, and trusting that the experienced players can help, develop or channel the development of younger players, and that they'll see the appropriate amount of time to integrate them properly.
That's going to be the interesting factor, is seeing what he's going to, his style of football and how he's going to integrate players. Is he going to bring in the youth? It'll be interesting to see during the summertime. Anthony, what's your view on that one with Ogbonna?
I find when the younger players, try and get experience from these older players, they've got to be playing next to him. To obviously read the game, and this and that. But if that's not going to happen, there's no point. You might as well give him some kind of coaching role. So on the training field, he can actually take the young ones away, talk to them, learn them how to play the game, get the feel for the game, and just raise their expectations as well. That's what these older players should be doing. But Fuzzy touched on it with Johnny Evans. I mean, if you sign a couple of young players next season, Fuzzy, and if Johnny Evans is not going to be featuring in the squad and playing centre back, because you've got to be honest with you, he's limited game time. Johnny Evans, if he signs that 1-year contract extension, it's not going to work. If you're not going to play a player like Johnny Evans next to a young player who you brought in, so
give him the Phil Jones contract.
But it defeats the object. It defeats the object in one way, doesn't it?
Yeah. So, big up, Ravi. Good seeing you, mate. Hope you're keeping well. Smash up the likes and subscribe. Thank you very much. And yet, don't forget to all the other people in the channels as well. They've got the Hoffin Red Honks and all. Evening, Steph. Big up, Fuzz, Tony.
Yes, definitely.
Good stuff.
Say hello to each other. Happy Herbert saying, I wish we've got a proper chance to say goodbye to. Yeah, it's true, isn't it? I mean, he's been a great stalwart for us and that, and it seems to be the way lately with West Ham. We don't exactly do send-offs with players like we used to, and it's a sad because Ogbonna, he's been there through thick and thin. Should have been a better sending off than that, and say goodbye to the players at least. And they're all saying like each other. All about Redona, bro, my favourite.
Well, mate, he's talking about R9. I've got an even better Ronaldo, the Scottish one. Here he is, Scottish Ronaldo.
Wow.
R9 could not lace MC9.
Actually, you talk about Scottish, Fuzzy. Do you know two Scottish strikers is actually pulled out of the Euros today? And Bristol City striker Conway, he got called up to the Scotland national team today. So if he's playing, obviously we know the first game is Germany versus Scotland. He's going to be featuring in that game. He was a guy who scored the winning goal for Bristol City against this mob.
No, thanks, Stephanie. Appreciate that. Yeah, absolutely. Holy Trinity. Absolutely. Just saying that they're all saying hello to each other. Thanks, Stephanie. Thanks for smashing 300 subs. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
400. You're not far off of getting to monetization now. You're over halfway.
Yeah.
You're closing in.
Closing in. That's a scary thing in itself, isn't that? That's a scary thing in itself.
Yeah.
It's going to
Where
become
we
a
belong,
viral YouTuber.
Yeah, we'd be
On the
sending
road
in
to-
our 1p super chats. Yeah.
Yeah, you tight-ass bastard. Knees up the hammers. I saw that. There's a part of me that agrees with you. I never come on there. I saw something yesterday that Napoli want Tommy and Smith Rowe on a swap deal for Victor Osimhen. The football more I saw on it.
Well, I didn't read this one. The one that I read was Tommy Smith Rowe. Apparently, it was one of them was Fulham was after Smith Rowe and Eddie Nketiah, and I think was it Tommy Yasu and who else? Somebody else. I think it was something to do with Brian Munich or something like that. So, you know. So that's what I've been reading. But listen, it's like what I said. It's all going here, there. You know, just so many people saying this and that, and it's like what I said. I don't believe it unless you actually see the player signing the contract and with a top on, holding up a scarf. Till then, that's when I believe it. So at the minute, it's all talk. But as we know, the Euro starts not this Friday, obviously next Friday, and that's obviously when the transfer window opens as well. So, you know, we're going to be. I think we're going to see quite a bit of movement during the Euros, throughout the Euros. So we'll see a few bit of movement going on there.
It's interesting for us, mate. Like I said to you, I think last week we were talking about, you know, you've seen that West Ham or Lopetegui, shall I say, Stetson have tried to kick roll the ball, if you want to say it, on getting some signings in. I mean, obviously the Fabrizio Bruno thing has not kicked off like it's supposed to have done. Apparently, he's demanding extortionate things. Basically, we've told him, like, you know, stick up your arse, and it looks like now, if rumours are true, that he's sticking with Flamengo. So that's the case. Good luck to it. But this Luis Guimaraes, it seems like it's on the verge of having a medical done for this 18-year-old. So we'll see. I mean, while we're suddenly tapping up the Brazilian market, I don't know. Maybe it's kind of...
It's bloody pink birds, I tell you.
It's pink birds. It's probably something to do with the Paqueta situation. I don't know. It could be that as well.
Well, in that case, come by Anthony.
Nah, there's an exception.
Sell Kudus to us, and we'll sell you Anthony.
This is an interesting one, James. Anthony, you happy about Chelsea activating Sesko's release clause after all the hype he's going to Arsenal? 100%.
Well, let's be honest. It's Arsenal and Chelsea that wants him. I've read that he's more keen on the move to Arsenal, but I mean, there's talk. I mean, every fan's different, and you've got some fans that are saying. I mean, look at our show on Sunday Night Takeaway with Jez and the other West Ham fan. It come on late to the show.
Oh, James.
James. Yeah. So James was saying that, you know, he's a good player, he's a baller, this and that and the other, and there's other Arsenal fans saying that they're not too sure. I mean, obviously, you've got to follow the Bundesliga. His stats, I have read his stats. I think he scored last season. I think he scored 16 goals. Leipzig, and I think it was around about. I think it may have been about six assists, something like that, 4 or 6 assists. So, but I mean, when you watch him, he's you've got to think. They play a different style of football than what Arsenal does, because our football, you know what Arsenal's like, they're quite fluid in attack, aren't they? And the balls are all passed to him. So obviously you've got loads of creators in that team that supplies the ball, the ball, and he goes on and scores goals. But with Arsenal, we've got different goal scorers at Arsenal, as you know. Obviously you've got Saka, you've got Havertz there. That's going to be an interesting one if he's going to get first team football over Havertz. So you know what I mean. So that is, but I personally think is in Havertz's contract that he's got to play a certain amount of games or a certain amount of minutes per season. That's the reason why we signed him. And I reckon that was stated in his contract, which we got honoured that contract. In other words, so he's gonna make you think, But is he the guy? I'm not too sure. Premier League is much better than the Bundesliga, as we know. It's more fast. I mean, to me, I think the Premier League is the best league in the world. So, but that's my opinion. But I just feel like, if Chelsea get him, they get him. If we get him, okay, fine. And, we just hope he's a decent player. But listen, if we get him, it could be a little bit of a bonus because anything at the minute is better than Eddie Nketiah. That's all I'm going to say.
I mean, what's the fee that you were supposed to be paying for this fellow again? Was it 65 million?
No, everybody's saying 65 million, this and that. It turns out I think with wages it comes to that, but the actual transfer fee has been reported to be 45 million.
45, okay.
Yeah.
So what's Chelsea supposed to be offering now? They're doing the release clause and that. So what you got to go with your extra £1 again? Hopefully,
we don't know if Arteta is going to do a Wenger when we wanted Suarez from Liverpool that time. Oh, we'll stick a quid on the end. That, in all fairness, that was a piss take. You just might as well, if it was 24 million, you just might as well add an extra bloody £1,000,000 on, wouldn't it? And get just made it up to 25 and say, right, is that enough to speak to him? Like, but yeah, I mean, he's got the opportunity of both teams there, and he's obviously depends what he wants and what his agent thinks is right for him. So, it's just going to be one of these things. Yeah. Am I worried if we don't get him? No, I don't think I am. But I mean, I've watched videos of him on YouTube. He don't seem that bad, but he's the same height as Kai Havertz. He's 6'5", but what I've got to remember is he's 21 years of age, so he's a young prospect coming in the future.
16 goals and 6 assists, and that's not a bad turn.
No, it's not. No, so
that's for him really in that respects. So
yeah,
if Chelsea, it's one of those.
Slovenian. Sorry, I think he's a Slovenian international. Yeah. So, but yeah, he might do well, but I'm not going to say fingers crossed. I'm not going to say that at all.
As you said, mate, you see the shirt, pen to paper. It's nothing at this stage, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah.
Evening, Mama Flossie. Hope you're keeping well.
Yeah, Mama.
Yes, Mama Flossie.
Yeah, saying like each other. I'm just going to go back to. Did you see that one, Fuzzy? Oh, you are as Tom and Fuzzy. It's just gone. You shifted the morning. Said, why are you having a Zoom call with Jimmy Carr?
Nah. A Zoom call with Jimmy Carr will be stood on a stage somewhere. Hecklers left, right, and centre. Except I haven't got the comedy sketch that Jimmy Carr has. I haven't got the comedic appeal. I'll be littered with tomatoes being thrown at me.
Big up Carl Walsh. How are we doing,
big
Carl?
Up,
big up, Kyle.
Yeah, big up legends, he's saying. No, isn't. There's a real legend there in Carl Walsh himself, isn't there? Pepsi, Eddie Nketiah to West Ham.
Yeah, I think he's got to be on either West Ham or if not, maybe Yeti, Nottingham Forest. But
how many
there is...
Look, Moyes is gone now. Moyes is gone. That's Myra is gone. He's no longer at West Ham.
Yeah,
somewhere else.
Yeah, I've actually seen that Fulham have been linked to Eddie Nketiah.
Yeah, I sent it to Tony. Is Fulham, Crystal Palace, and Wolves has been linked to Eddie Nketiah. So it's any one of those three teams. But listen, from here to the end of the transfer window, it could be done. That fucking dog. You hear that dog?
Yeah, Drew's agreeing with you, Andy. Yeah, unless you see him holding the shirt, it's got at this stage. It's all media talk, isn't it? As we know that.
Yeah.
Sesko, stay away. Thank you.
I knew someone was going to. Do you know what? It doesn't bother me if we get him or not. I mean, he's a young prospect, like I said, but is he going to pick him over Havertz? But sorry.
Trust the process. Sesko will be a world-class player.
My process is in the tin of fucking process peas. That's what my process is.
Yeah. Good evening to the Table Team TV. Good evening, Stu. Hope you're keeping well, mate. Hope you and Lee are good. Hope everyone. I like each other.
Big ups.
Why are we going for players that score 14 and 15 goals in their own league? Chop that in half and they come to the Premier League. It's a fair comment. It is a fair comment.
Unless they are genuinely like freaks of nature, like bloody Erling Haaland, then yeah, for the most part, the goals conversion doesn't really carry over.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. But then again, I suppose if you look at Arsenal, they're a bit more free-flowing football this time. So when you look at something like that, it could benefit the player. So yeah, and James obviously alluded to Sesko. So release clause is 56,000.
Yeah, but it's like I said. I mean,
66,000.
we play different style of football, but
Was that
I
million?
look at it. It's like Olivier Giroud. You know, when we signed him, I mean, it worked good for Arsenal because we were all always crossing the balls in the box, but they were up high, so Giroud can get on the end of it. So it's like that sort of thing. I mean, we tried that with Kai Havertz up front, but every time, I mean, he misses a bloody header from a fucking yard out. So do you know what I mean?
Never know.
So God knows what this one's going to be like.
Chris is saying here, Cisco latest player yet to make a final decision on Arsenal or Chelsea, so that'd be quite interesting.
Yeah.
Evening, Ryan. Hope you're well, mate. Ethan, Tony, and Co. Yeah, as always, like I said, this Luis Guimaraes or Guimaraes.
Bruno Guimaraes.
Well, no. This is a Brazilian kid, this 18-year-old that we're reportedly supposed to be buying. It's near, if the rumor is true, it's nearly at the medical stage now. So we may be seeing our first signing of the new season under Lopetegui.
Tim, I'm just going to say, because I suppose it's his computer, but I think I can't remember if I read it or I actually seen it on a stream, on a Tottenham stream, that Ivan Toney could be going to Tottenham. All right, this is another one, and if that happens, who called it?
Yes, yeah.
Who called that? So it's. I think I may have seen it on. It was on a stream. I think it may have been on Deji, the Spurs fan. I think I was watching his show, and I think he had it on there as well. And I thought to myself, and I've been saying for months now, if Ivan Toney leaves Brentford, he will be a Tottenham player to replace that Harry Kane for goals, technically. So, there's a possibility it could still happen.
Yeah. I mean, like Steve says, this is going about the Sesko thing. Yeah, so-called RTKs mugging themselves off. It's a done deal to Arsenal. As always, until you see it, pen to paper, there's nothing at that stage. Evening, Daniel, coming you Spurs. Hope you're keeping well. Big up to all you as well.
Big ups. It's a bit like the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer story. He's going to be the new Besiktas manager, guys. Oh, go look forward to that game. I'm tuning into it. Fenerbahce versus Besiktas next season. Jose Mourinho versus Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I've got to make plans for it. Got to book it in. Literally 2 hours later, welcome Van Bronckhorst as the new Besiktas manager. So, ESPN, you wanna tell us who your sources were? Who told you that Ole was getting the job?
Yeah. I was surprised Mourinho took the Fenerbahce job, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but just see his comment though. Mourinho's comments. Wow, that was just different levels in that itself. Evening, Rose. Evening, gents. Hope you're all well. Nice to see you away, Curly. Yeah, this is all a facade. This is. Don't worry about that. Give me 5 minutes. I'll be dozing off in the corner.
No, just get him to hand over the stream to me, and he'll fall asleep. Well, both of them will fall asleep.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, Trip Vic saying here, the recruiting is a problem in most clubs for some strange reason. True.
I mean, about Mourinho team, I love that on the Champions League final when Klopp was there. They're all like doing this. Yeah, Klopp's giving it that. And then when it goes to Mourinho, go, boo. And I think in the background, faintly, you hear someone like, wanker!
Yeah. Yeah, not having him, Chris. So we ain't got to worry about him. Apparently, he's also asking for stupid money by all accounts.
Wasn't that
The
Mr.
hitman
T
looking.
Yeah, Mr. T looking.
Yeah.
The only thing that was shy of him signing for West Ham was him arriving at northeast London in a tank. Shoot through one of these stands and drive the tank onto the pitch, just leave tank tracks everywhere. So it's like, this is my signature. This town.
Yeah, I'm not going to park the bus. I'm parking the tank.
Blowing up the opposition's team buses as they drive in.
Yeah, Chris is saying, yeah, Tony's the most versatile of the players linked to us, in all honesty.
Yeah.
Because he's versatile, Arsenal should be all over that.
Yeah.
Versatility merchants.
The funny part about Steve's putting here, because it was quite interesting, because old, what's his name? Here we go. Well, he said this Bruno one was a here we go moment. See it coming in. But obviously, it wasn't coming at all.
Yeah. I just want to say a big up to. I just want to talk to Mama Flossie a sec. I reckon because I got to know Mama Flossie, like obviously in the chats and that. I think it was beginning part of this season. Obviously when the season started. I think I'm right by saying that. But I just want to say to her, she big up because, with her being a mod, she's done a fantastic job all through this season.
Absolutely.
And that, big up to you, Mama, for that one. And also, where do you think Newcastle's going to finish next season? I think I got Newcastle, depending on the sort of players they're bringing in. I've got Newcastle down as I predict them 5th next season, same game sort of thing. So I think they'll finish round about where they finished last season, sort of thing. So, but big up, Mama, by the way.
Yeah, I think Newcastle will probably. Well, it depends, right? If Newcastle keep Dan Ashworth on garden leave and he sat there in his prison cell, I reckon Newcastle will finish 5th, 6th, that sort of area. But if they let him go to Man United, I think that's Newcastle will finish 5th or 6th.
It'd be interesting. I suppose it depends. What they get. Big up to Lee, Football Dad's Army. And again, if you haven't gone over to this guy's channel, please go and have a look at him. Give him a share, like, and obviously subscribe to him. Great guy.
Yeah.
So give him a little bit of love there. Interesting from Pepsi. VAR decision tomorrow, and apparently it is staying. However, all the clubs say it needs improvement. What do you think about that?
They'll find a way to ruin it even more. They'll give Man City another reason to sue the Premier League twice over.
It's going to be. I mean, I think it's regardless. Yes, it will stay. I can't. They brought it in now. They can't take it away, can they? Because it'll be like we're admitting defeat to something that we brought in. So they're going to have to keep it. But the main thing is, if you look at it, if all the clubs stick together, they've really got to put the message out there that if it's going to stay, it needs to be improved. And if we don't see it, then surely something's got to give. There's got to be some penalties or something going on there because we can't have the same what we did last season. Because the amount of teams it cost with decisions.
It should cost every single team in the league at some point.
Virtually, yeah.
Less so Man City, but
it's shit, and I hate it. And if you can get get on the phone and order the biggest fucking skip you can find, and get VAR and dump it in that skip, right, and say this is what we think of it. Take it away, because I tell you what, it's there to make the referees' games easier. And it doesn't, because it makes the game wrong. And obviously, being a referee, when a referee's refereeing the game, I have not seen one referee override the VAR decision, and they've got the power to do that. And so, why didn't they do it? Because if you look at the VAR on the replay, you go, right, that's nothing, and then they awards it. oh yeah, but they said it is. It's just easier for them to tell me, and I'll just do it. Yeah, I'll just do it. They told me. I go, no. If the referee, if I was a referee, I'll say, no, I'm sorry, mate. I disagree with your decision. Is a balls up from the start there. So I'm overriding your decision. I'll blow the whistle and I'll say, let play commence. Right? But no, because they don't want an argument over it, and refuse it. They got to go with it. That's the problem with the referees now. Their job is made too easily. I'm not slagging off, like, I know referees made mistakes in the past, but saying, listen, we're all human. We make mistakes. So if I'd rather get VAR out and let it go back and let the referee have the final decision, the final work. They're not overriding the VAR decision, which I think they should. So that's it. Get rid of it. The best thing they brought in was goal line technology, and that's it.
Yeah.
So, they're all human. They all make mistakes. More like they're all human. There all are mistakes.
Wow.
But yeah, for me, with VAR, it's like you make all the improvements you want. It's like you're putting the faith in judgment for people that were scrutinised for decision making before VAR came in, because I know there was still this debate about Premier League referees versus European referees or other referees from other leagues, and how the Premier League referees were never really picked for anything like tournaments, international tournaments per se. And now with VAR coming in, it was meant to be, well, it's here to make your job easier. Well, actually, what it's done is it's made your job may be easier, but it's made your life harder. It's made your whole damn life that much harder, and it's made football fans more depressed, more bored with the sport, with spectating the sport. At this point, considering that you can't trust their decision making, you might as well introduce a new system, right, where football fans get these apps, right? They log in when they arrive at the stadium. They log into the apps. It's the VAR official app. Every decision that gets made, it loads up on their phones. They get all the angles, as the fans do. They're like, oh yeah, I think that's a foul. I'm going to vote it as a foul. And then it shows up on the big screen. 86% of fans in this arena has voted that this is a foul. treat it like it's run by babies.
That respects.
It'd be biased on that.
And all the away section has voted against, but they're the minority, so who cares?
Just on that, because Lee's going to be bouncing out now, but as you said, it needs to be run by competent people. We all know that anyway. But thanks for coming in, Lee. He's got to run, lads. On the channel tonight. Mate. Anthony said, let's just skip VAR. Yeah. I can help. VAR in my skip for you, Anthony. His channel.
Anthony's tractor.
I think the referee only changed their minds twice or three times last season when sent to the monitor. Yeah, well, we had that one with us, didn't we? With the Souček decision, the first one anyway. As Steve says, VAR out, human error rules. Yeah, absolutely. 100%, Steve. Exactly. Yeah, that's what it's all about. We all have rules. Just let on-field referee look at the screen and he makes it simple. Yeah, simple as that. And there's the link for Football Dad's Army. So if you get the chance to have a little look over there as well.
Good stuff.
What's this? Football Britain's Got Talent.
Yes, and Stephanie's put in a comment as well about X Factor. Call this number now to place your votes for this candidate.
There's a couple of comments of also card as well. Where is it now? Who's asking, what's the latest with Paqueta, please? So apparently the FA want to kind of literally throw the book, the kitchen sink, the cupboards, the whole shebang. And they want Paqueta virtually banned for 10 years. Or a lifetime ban, virtually, might as well say. That's how much they want to do. Paqueta has responded that his legal team have responded by saying they want a bit more time to get their evidence together to kind of combat the legal challenge that's been put through there, and obviously, hopefully, safeguard the player's future. But it's not looking good the way these charges are being thrown at him, and the manner of way the charges were brought about in the first place. So,
might as well quickly make that move to Man City, then get the Man City lawyer protection. Don't worry, the state will back you.
You fired there, Anthony?
Huh?
Did you fart or something?
No.
Oh, no, just see you doing that. I thought you was clearing the smell away. I thought that's what I thought you was doing.
Oh no, I'm on the table, and it was there were some crumbs on the table. I was blowing it. I was moving them away. It was all on my hands up.
Bloody hell, Anthony! It stinks.
Yeah, smell-o-vision.
I can see the walls in his background. The paint's all peeling off.
Yeah, the gloss has gone yellow.
The curtains have
light
gone
bulb out,
mouldy.
light switch over the other side there. Chris is saying 10 years and his lines want more time. There you go, 25 years. Makes sense. 119 charges. Yeah, it's I don't know. And then you're hearing the other thing that apparently Paqueta kind of tried to say to Moisey he didn't want to play in certain games. So that kind of it don't help the cause if all these rumours are true.
No.
More tea, Vicar. Yeah, absolutely. Great excuse. I'll keep them one for myself. Crumsy says. Yeah.
Was that crumbs from a Domino's pizza or crumbs from a Mackie D's?
Oh, it'd be interesting.
No, it's crumb. It's somebody. I can see it. It's got it's like jam on here. So I reckon someone's had jammy dodgers. You better not pinch my jammy dodgers, you bastards.
No, I know what it is. I know what it is. It's Arteta's new contract extension.
Oh yeah, I was trying to smudge the ink away. That was what I was trying to do. That was it, Buzz. It was like
smudge
that.
the signature. Oh, sorry, Arteta, you can't keep your job. I mean, it's your signature's gone. I mean, how can we prove it's really you signing on?
Do you know what? I've come over. I just feel like I feel the pressure now. I know you said that, Fuzzy, with his contract. I was trying to blank that out. I've been doing well with that. You just brought it straight back. You know that. Oh God.
Don't worry, I'll make you feel better. I'll make you feel better. Here you go. Here's your medicine. Embrace it, yeah. Full dose. Full dose.
Enjoy that.
It might be a long time. If Arteta's in charge, it might be a long time when I see fucking one of these. I'll tell you.
It'll be on the back there, 30-24. Winners 30-24. Arsenal.
I'll never see one of these either. Or one of these.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But you may see one of these in your lifetime.
Oh, God.
Brilliant.
Fucking hell, we've been going on to 55 to end the stream soon.
Yeah, I know.
And the stream.
I mean, as Pepsi's put here, Paqueta likely getting banned, apparently, according to the latest odds. So, like I said, it's not looking good for him. That's why he's gone out on his earnings on it. Yeah. Chris saying, fart control calling jokes. What else we've got on there? The other one is it. James has asked you this one, Anthony. What they want for Tierney, wouldn't mind him at the Hammers. How much do they want to sell Kieran Tierney for?
Do you know what? There's some Arsenal fans saying sell him. I don't want to sell him. I wish that Mikel Arteta can man up, because he is a manager, right? And with a manager comes man management skills. That is something that he's fucking sadly lacking in, let's be honest. Just turn around and just make the peace and say, look, we're struggling at left back. You are first team left back. And he can rotate there next season if you wanted to with Timber. You know, you can put Timber there or Tommy Asu. Do you know what I mean? So we have got options in defence. So let's be honest. He just needs to man up, this guy. Man up and just grow a pair.
What says that Saliba doesn't end up playing in like right back or something?
No, you don't want that. No,
Starts
you
off
don't
with the
want that.
madness.
No, it was bad enough when we signed Ben White and started playing Ben White at centre back. God, blimey, he was absolutely shit at centre back.
Seaside Mustafi.
Moved him to right back, and that is only where I'll give Mikel Arteta his due, was moving Ben White to right back and bringing in Declan Rice. Apart from that, he's a prick. So
Speaking of timing,
Daniel says here, why do you shopping for unknowns from Brazil? It's not really a smart thing for West Ham to do. You need proven players. True, Dan, but I have to say,
tell that to Arsenal.
it was suddenly going shopping for Brazil for some reason. No reason why. I don't know exactly why. Don't know if it's down to cost or whatever.
That's Edu giving you transfer advice.
Yeah.
yeah.
With this one.
Listen, when they offer you the player for free, right? I recommend you do this. Give him an extra 5 million just for good relations.
Yeah. You know what, Shane? That king, is it King Arteta?
King Mikel.
What did he bring up?
Just a glass of red wine.
Glass of red
What's
wine.
That? A glass of red wine. Well, he must be drinking. But I tell you what now, right? This is you, Terence Davis. I reckon this is Terence, King Arteta. I reckon it is. It's got to be Terence. His brother-in-law, Terence. I'm telling you now.
Yeah, absolutely, Steve. This one though, look, Jude the baller meth head. Have any of you taken meth?
No.
Can't say I
No. But I tell you something, if Mikel Arteta doesn't win the Premier League and the FA Cup next season, I might as well fucking will be on meth, shouldn't I?
We'll be cooking Walter White. Well, I mean, you've already got Walter White up here. You need Jesse Pinkman over here.
Pepsi, where's Terry? Quite busy in that. He is now a granddad, and also we work, and that he's quite a busy old lad recently. But he is well. He's still Arteta in. That bit hasn't changed, and I doubt it will for a long time. But yeah, he's keeping well, mate. But
does he ever watch these Stu's team?
He knows about him and that. So yeah, he said he'll kind of bounce on it, have a look around and that. I mean, I'd like to get him on Spotlight, I must admit.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be good.
We'd like to get him on Spotlight, etc. So anyway, gents, it's coming to that stage where picking our team for the season out of the 3 clubs.
Well,
so first of all, what formation do you want to go with?
Well, I like
Champions
4-2-3-1
formation.
or 4. Well, I hate 4-3-3, but listen, I don't mind what formation it is. I'm easy to go. So Fuzzy, do you want Fuzzy to pick the formation?
Okay.
I think this formation that we've got right here seems like a reasonable one for the sorts of players that all of our teams
brilliant,
have.
Fuzzy.
You see, I could have been a right a-hole and decided to go 4-3-3.
I have
your favourite formation.
I'll tell you that now.
Well, at least then we could have only put in West Ham United players. So
Saliba definitely in defence, they're saying there. Raya obviously in goal. He won the Golden Glove. Yeah,
I do agree with that. I
just think right, that you should put every single Man United player in all of those positions because they won a trophy.
So you want to go in for Raya, yeah?
Yeah, I'll go in for Raya. He won the Golden Glove, didn't he? So yeah, just put Raya then.
He's in there first of all. Okay. So who do you want to go for left back?
Tyrell Malacia.
I think I don't know. I can't route on left back because that's been our weakest point. So I'm I don't know. I mean, who does Man United play left back? I know it's Shaw, but Shaw was he was injured for a majority of the season, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think it's been Diogo Dallo that's played most of games in that position, at least for somebody who's still here, unlike Serge Reguilon. But yeah, I'd put forward.
Hope you're well.
Big up, Star Boy. But yeah, I'd put forward Diogo Dallo from my club at least.
So
I don't think anybody else has played enough.
That 95th-minute winner. Let's keep you on a snap I'm on my way to get another bag just now, troops. Great stream. Ciao. Thank you, Jude. So what we're doing here, chat, is basically from the three clubs that we do: West Ham, Arsenal, and Man United. So unfortunately, as much as we'd like to have him in there, Vardiel, not happening.
Well, actually, no. You could put him in there. Because he played for Man United in the FA Cup final, didn't he?
Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, no, and you see, Daniel's onto something.
I like what Pepsi's put. If it's a cup team, Man United players. If it's a league team, no Man United players. Full stop.
Yeah.
Good thing it's a team of the season, not team of the league. Team of the season.
Gabriel, centre back, Gabriel Saliba. That's the bottom line.
I think I'm all for that. I'm all for that team, Gabriel and Saliba.
Of course you would be.
Yeah, but with the best defence, didn't we? We had the best goal difference, didn't we? So, in all fairness, this season. So, I mean, there's no point picking West Ham.
No, because Steve's comment is spot on. We can only pick our players from the first half of the season, Tony, as we were shit in 2024.
24.
I mean, if you look at it, the only our left back really is Emerson Palmieri. That's really it, But
is it? I thought it was Cresswell.
Nah. So Delot then probably, it seems like that's probably going to be the case, isn't it? Delot, we're going with Delot. So let me just kind of type his name in there for lefty back.
He comes up at right back.
So centre backs. Catman defence.
I elect Raphael Varane as Man United.
No.
Like Chris is saying, they're centre back Mickey van der Veen. You all dream about him. Because to be honest, the rest of the left backs for your clubs are average and the lot is okay, I guess. Luke Shaw.
Nah, Tyrell Malacia.
Yeah. So, okay, it seems
it's the graveyard 11, that is, because that guy's dead.
So this one we're saying Saliba, or we're saying is it Gabriel on the left side and Saliba on the right side? Is it Anthony?
No, he's Saliba there and Gabriel on the right.
I put Gabriel on the bench. That's his best position for us.
Saliba here, yeah?
Yeah, Saliba there and then Gabriel. Yeah.
See, Arteta disagrees with you.
Dear. There's a right back. Who's a mystery player at left back? Well, yeah, see. Zuma. You can't argue Gabriel Saliba the best centre backs out of our three teams. Yeah, got to agree on
best
that.
Performance on average, yeah. Well, best performing duo.
The look went wrong way around. Sorry, no ways. Ben Johnson. Yeah. So who are we going to go for right back?
Wan-Bissaka.
Kufal. No, Cedric Suarez. That's it.
Piss off. But do you know what? I'm glad you actually brought his name up. Do you know what I read? I was on the Arsenal website, and I read that Arsenal said thank you for his services.
Hold
I
on.
thought,
Yeah, thank you for your services. What's that
Yeah.
all about?
I thought,
He was
what
a
the
tea
fuck?
lady.
I thought you haven't even for what? You haven't even played.
See, hold on, Anthony, because fun enough, Drew's just said it here, and I thought exactly the same. I thought Gabriel played on the left.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, Gabriel.
No,
No. It goes.
and Saliba's
It goes white. It goes white. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, yeah, white, Saliba, Gabriel, and Tomiyasu.
I was just saying you put Boris Johnson that right back.
Yeah.
I think you should put Delert right back as well. Put him in the team again.
Ben the sunbed White. Ben White.
I think Ben White's got to be in there.
Ben Love Island White.
Ben White, yeah.
Man's tanned, literally, bloody more.
So Ben Shite's back there.
Yeah, Ben Shite. It's got to be Ben Shite. And you know you're going to put in a DM, aren't you? It's got to be a Declan Rice, and then whoever.
So hold on. So let's go left mid first of all. On the left.
Yeah. Oh, it's got to be the main man himself, hasn't it? Trossard.
I thought you were going to say Marcus Rashford.
No, that is no way.
The thing is, as Drew says, is I'm just going to pick all our players.
Yeah, might as well, Drew. Yeah, I agree with that.
The thing is with Trossard, he hasn't exactly been consistent throughout the season, though, is he?
He hasn't been consistently played throughout the season.
No, because obviously Martinelli has been there. But in all fairness, when you actually bring up Trossard's stats, for the amount of game time that he's played to the amount of goals that he's scored, it works out that on stats he was one of our best players last season. I know Saka was our highest with 16 goals, but he actually, for the amount of game time that he played for goals, it is Trossard.
You've got no fear there, Pepsi. We know who's going there on the right, that's for sure.
But yeah, it's probably got to be between Martinelli and Trossard. Probably Trossard, just as he's
Trossard is more consistent than Kelson, mate.
From when he's played to having impact on the pitch, then probably Trossard has had the best season impact-wise out of everybody else.
Yeah.
Assuming the season's looking great so far. It's only one bloody non-Arsenal player.
So, on the right.
Amad Diallo.
I'm stuck. I'll be honest with you, Tone. I'm not being biased when I see this. There's two I'm thinking. I'm thinking Saka, which is going to be one of them. And I think that your Kudos plays on the right, doesn't he?
Well, you've got Bowen and Kudos can play on the right.
Oh, God.
And Bowen.
I'm happy. I'm happy. If you want to, any one of those three, I'm not fussed, whether it's Saka, Bowen, or Kudos.
Because not being funny, at the same point, you've got Trossard in there. But also, when you look at it, and he was an outstanding player, that also Kudos also played out on the left as well.
But who would you rather have? Who would you rather have out of the two West Ham players? Who would you prefer out of Bowen and Kudos?
Well, Bowen, if you like percentage-wise, Bowen plays there more than what Kudos does.
Well, if you want to put Bowen there, I'm happy to put Bowen. I don't know what Fuzzy thinks.
Evening, Christian Knight. Hope you're doing well, Christian. Phil Foden. No, it's only West Ham, Arsenal, and Man United players, mate. Good to see you, mate. I hope you keep them well.
I know that Bowen will probably be considered for your striker choice, but true that his new teammate's Tom Daly. Jared Bowen, I think, probably on the right hand side as your right mid.
Yeah, I'll go Bowen. I'm happy with that. You're going to have to put Declan Rice there, aren't you?
And you need the rest. Let's be real. The best number 10 out of any of the teams is Odegaard. Oof, don't know. Still bang average in my eyes. Christian knows all about that.
Yeah, still a failed Real Madrid player.
Exactly that.
How much you wish upon a star.
Alvarez, yeah. And I'll go with that. Alvarez.
McTominay.
Oh dear. McTominay in all the positions.
Yeah, it's true. Look, Christian, look, good shout. Oh dear. Bowen wins for me. Kudus goal of the season against City. Yep. You know that, mate. Odie who? Absolutely. Odie who?
Oda what?
Yeah.
Oda blood clot god.
Big up Dave, old school gunner. Again, guys, don't forget to go to the channel, share, subscribe to Dave. Great guy.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with Ryan G here. I think that partnership.
Mainu and Rice.
Because Mainu's gone up all levels.
I think you've got to put Rice in there. And I'm open to who else goes in there.
I don't think West Ham have really had any defensive midfielders. I mean, if it was last season's team of the season, then Declan Rice in a West Ham shirt would be your choice, but definitely not.
We've got Alvarez there. Alvarez can do that job. He's been good.
The trouble is, Dave, Man United got good players. I mean, like Casemiro plays there as well, doesn't he? But he hasn't really been featuring. I think we've had a.
It's not a good season.
Hope you're well. Great show again, lads. Hope you're well. We're all good, mate. Hope you are as well.
I mean, Alvarez has been.
Rice. Come on, Tony. You have to back Rice. Well, if you look at it, as I always say, Drew, you know, the reason why your season was good this season is because you had the next West Ham player help your team move on. I've always got to say that, of course.
And Johnson again.
I'm on my stream last night, ain't he? Yeah, he's saying on there.
Thanks for coming on my stream.
Yeah, Rice is in there anyway. We've got Rice in there. Who are we going to have on the right hand side here?
I think one of your players' team over it. I mean, or is it Mainu, the Man United one?
I'll go Mainu. I'll go Mainu just simply.
I'm gonna let you two fire out.
Just simply because, given Mainu's impact, I mean, he's had contributions in games where Man United would have lost. Lost games, and Mainu's come up with the goods and has single-handedly won points for the club this season. I wouldn't have said that Edson Alvarez would have done that, or Thomas Soucek has single-handedly won points for West Ham.
To be fair, he's also he's been injured and stuff like that as well. So so it looks like Maino is the one. Striker
is either going to be out of Højlund or Havertz. Well, it's going to be one of them two, isn't it? So,
no, Benjamin Sesko. And do it for Anthony.
We've replaced over Johnson.
what's
Eddie
Nketiah, that's the one.
That's it.
Oh, Delboy's going to be so happy. Seriously, he loves that guy, Eddie Nketiah. You don't mess with Eddie when Delboy's on the show, or if he's in the comments.
Kingdom Kai, Ryan saying.
Oh, fuck it. Antonio. Yeah, you just. I don't think you could put a striker up there for West Ham.
Man United kid. What's his name? Is it Garnacho? Is it Garnacho?
No, Højlund.
Højlund. Oh, yeah, Højlund, the blonde hair kid, yeah. Eddie. Yeah, Danny Ings. That's it. Hands down, it's Danny Ings.
Didn't I know he had 3 more goals in the league, did Kai Havertz, but didn't they have the same goal tally in all comps? Kai Havertz and Højlund.
Hang on, how many goals did Højlund score?
In the league, he has 10.
Fucking
Havertz
hell,
has
what was he?
13.
75 million, wasn't he, Højlund?
Something like that, yeah.
Then yeah,
It'll
I'd rather
cost about
spend
the same.
65. I'd rather spend 65 million down the drain. Kai Havertz scores a game. Jesus,
Havertz. Yeah,
it's got to be.
we've had Nistelrooy. About Ings, just like Moyes.
A good one, Steve.
Brilliant.
Yes, 16 goals, all comps this season.
So, are we putting Herbert there instead, or?
I was seeing who's had the better season goals wise, because it's a striker. Unless we were pinning it on that, strikers in the modern day, they don't score goals. That's not their game. It's not their game anymore.
And defenders defenders it's their job not to defend. So
Yeah,
I'm happy with Havertz. What?
He's played 51 games this season, has Havertz, and scored 14.
And what's Højlund's?
16 in less. So Højlund has scored more goals in all comps. I'd say that Havertz has assisted more goals than Højlund has, but you could say that's just given that Havertz is a bit more of a false 9 type player, I suppose, rather than an out striker.
There's the one.
Lord Bentner.
Lord Bentner.
We should ask him. We should ask him if he'd put himself in the team of the season.
Lord Bentner will have no trouble in doing that.
Yeah.
He backs himself. Yeah. 100%.
Oh, my phone's ringing. Hello. Oi, Jez. What? Yeah. Did he catch you? All right then. I'll let Tim know. All right, cheers, mate. Yes, he's Eddie.
Antonio, Pepsi saying as well. Interesting one there. Antonio.
No,
I think he's been around enough.
I like Anthony, but I just he was good. He's a good player, but now he's getting older, and that he's not at his best now, is he? Sort of thing. Do you know what I'm saying? I think Buzz is saying Højlund. I'm saying Havertz. So I'll let you have the final say, Tim. Which one do you reckon? If you're all right with that, Fuzz.
Yeah.
The thing is, when you look at it, you can say obviously, Ryan's saying obviously Havertz for him, but if Højlund scored more goals across the board, the thing is with the assists that Havertz has put through, it's the conversion rate of goals. So if you look at it in that respects, you might say it's probably going to be Højlund.
I suppose you got to look at it from a perspective. If you got a striker like Højlund, where he doesn't usually have as many chances created for him that Havertz does, that's a higher conversion rate as well. So he's a more clinical striker than Kai Havertz would be.
So how many Højlund? What's the assist on Højlund?
Not many. Let me find very quick. No, it's only had 2 assists in all comps. Same amount of assists as he's had yellow cards this season.
But it's a fair comment though when you look at it. Yeah, Havertz did more last season overall, and that's the thing you've got to look at. It is that, isn't it? I mean, so yeah. Havertz is 7, Højlund 2, I believe. Yeah, that's right. He just said that. Yeah, Højlund just first season in the Prem as well. He's one to watch for sure. That's true, Christian.
75 million for 2 assists. That is shit.
£65 million.
Antonio.
Is it his twin that plays for Chelsea? The other fucking fella that's shite and all.
What's that?
Who's the fella for Chelsea that can't score a toffee?
Oh, not Borgia.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Thriller at the bridge.
The other forward is no good at all.
Borgia.
No, not Brozier.
Borgia. No.
What, the other guy at Chelsea?
Yeah, what's his name? I can't feel the fella's name there. Shite player. Can't score for nothing. Oh, no, not Jackson. A blonde-haired kid.
Oh, ain't Gallagher.
No. Forgot his
Fucking
name.
head kid.
Blonde-haired kid.
Not Palmer.
No, we've not Palmer. Bloody hell.
I'm thinking trying to find the fella's name there.
Chelsea squad. Type in Chelsea squad Buzz. Just blonde-haired kid.
You're not thinking of Mikhailo Mudryk, are you?
That's the one.
Man literally can shoot at goal. And he's shooting centrally. The ball still goes out for a throw.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah. That's for me, Ukrainian, absolutely. That's the one. Yeah, Mudryk, that's him. Yeah, shite. And this position, there's only one player for me.
Oh, this is bias. Anthony's is bias.
I don't know. How many? There's one, two.
I'm going to do a Manchester City here and Sue.
There's 2 West Hams, 2 Man United, and the rest is Arsenal. But I can't blame you. That's fair enough.
How many trophies did that team of the season win?
One. But listen, Fuzzy, it's a trophy. That's all we're gonna say. That's all we're gonna.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I mean, look, Dallo and Mainu, they're more than happy to show you some winners' medals, right?
Yeah.
To show your Arsenal players what it looks like. And you can feel it. Feel how heavy it is.
I tell you what'll be
West Ham
interesting.
could bring their winners' medals from the European trophy as well.
Is if we pick the manager.
Well, this is the thing, though, and
David Moyes.
Oh, you've got the subs. You want to pick the subs?
Oh, go on then.
Who do subs for honourable mentions?
Let's do it.
So put the honourable mention in there.
Who do you want to do as your manager? That's the thing, isn't it?
Right, I'm going for this guy down here, King Fudgy. King Fudgy.
King Fudgy.
You know something? There's only one choice for manager. Oh God, Terrence.
No Odegaard. He had a good season, but Ryan, for me, he's still bang average. He's still bang average. I'll still say that to the grave.
So I'm going to ask you. Yeah, that's Tanagi's manager. Then he's going to trophy. Do you know, like you said, Odegaard? I'll give you a question. Do you reckon you said Odegaard was good last season, but the season before he played in behind the striker, he scored 15. Do you reckon Odegaard was better the season before compared to last season just gone?
Was Odegaard better this season or last season?
Yeah.
Last season.
Right. How about you two?
Yeah, this season that's just gone.
See, you reckon Odegaard was better than last season than the season before?
Yeah. Big up Aguna Matata. Have you been? Big up lads. ST. Yeah, he did. Rest of Man United team of subs to please Fuzzy. There you go. The suing can be sopped.
The suing.
Sue the man. Sue. So we
There's
can put
actually two players. There's two players of Man United that I would have on the subs bench, and this is a player that I do rate. I reckon. No, I think Martinez. I like your centre back, Fuzzy Martinez. I think he's a good centre back, and also I would say Garnacho.
To be fair, he has been quite a big performer for United this season in attacking positions as well.
What's his first name? Is that his first name or is his last name, Martinez?
Martinez is his last name.
What's his first name?
Lissandro. Stick that random bloke. That's with an I.
What, L.I.?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking weirdo name. Lisa End?
Pretty sure it's with
There he is.
Yeah, Martina.
And who's the other one you said? Garnacho.
Garnacho.
Well, actually, you say put Martinez in that. One centre back that's performed better or performed at a similar level, but it's been around for more games this season, is actually Raphael Varane. Because through the injury crisis that we've been having, sure, Varane's missed a game here, a game there, but on an individual level, he's he has stepped up when he's been called upon. I mean, you could say similar things about Johnny Evans, but for an individual,
Yeah, fine. And yeah, we can put Varane in there. Yeah, I mean, is he leaving? Fuzzy Varane.
Oh yeah, he's gone.
He's gone already. Yeah, he's gone.
Oh, where's he gone to?
Free agent at the moment, but he's probably going to get a contract to a Saudi club or something, I'd imagine.
Stadium of the season out the free Old Trafford for jokes. Steve Garnacho, can't believe we've got him that overhead. Yeah. Ben Johnson did those overheads in training.
Ben John Don.
So you're going to go with Varane instead of Martinez?
I would go Varane instead of Martinez.
Oh,
Too many injuries this season.
Yeah, I agree with Fuzzy there.
Yep. What was there?
You put him in the upper. There he is.
Right. So, if you want to put a goalkeeper in there, I'm happy to put West Ham's goalkeeper in there.
Areola,
yeah.
Might as well. Slabhead. Put Fat Ed Maguire in there. You can be the team of the season mascot. Someone like with those bobbleheads that you stick on your dashboard of your car.
We was on about them in today's show, Tim. Are you happy that did you want to put Paqueta on the bench?
Yeah, I think we'll put him in there.
Yeah. Right.
Can stick Odegaard on there.
Actually, you could do. You could put Odegaard, Højlund for reserve striker.
And our last one.
What position do you reckon we should go for on this one? We got a lot of attack in there, haven't we? midfielders.
Johnson isn't a utility sub. Well, it could do, because not being funny, he has come on and done things when he played, defence as well as pushed them up, up front as well.
So if you want to put in, you can put in if you want.
Mr. Nipples, Areola, Gunnosaurus mascot of the season.
Oh, you're going to have to ask. I know for a fact Dave or Gunner, he want Gunnosaurus in there, definitely.
Don't beat the old hammer though, does it?
I thought he got later. I thought Gunnosaurus got his job taken away from him during the pandemic. I thought he got laid off.
He did, but he got it back.
Oh,
He got it back.
the only club to fire a mascot.
You know that guy who dresses up his Gunnosaurus. Do you know his yearly salary? He's on about 70 grand a year in salary, dressed up as Gunnosaurus.
Oh, there's your calling, Tony. Dress up as West Ham's, instead of a hammer, as the cone, right? I don't know, how do you get a good wage? You get a solid wage.
Yeah, true.
Or maybe you've actually put Johnson. Oh.
So there it is.
Is the other one for the manager?
No. So that's a team. Who's going in reserves?
Yeah, who's going to do the reserves here? Yeah.
Pick some joke names in there. Put Scott McTominay in reserves for the sake of it.
Scott McTominay.
It might as well be the super sub to end all substitutions. Impact sub. Score goals that win games.
For manager, I would pick Ten Hag if you want a manager, or just give Ten Hag because he won a trophy last season. Or if you want to go one better, you could actually go Moisey because he actually won. He did actually win a European trophy. So any one of those two, I don't care. Arteta's not getting in. I'm sorry.
He won first place. David Moyes did in the race to leave the club quickest.
Manager
So
played in West Ham.
I'll probably go Emirates, to be honest. West Ham's still finding its voice. Old Trafford's just dead.
And
Fuzzy, on that one, you got to think. When you said about finding its voice, in that respects, West Ham are massive is much more cheerful than hearing "No London forever."
Yeah, that's true.
When you look at that sort of thing,
I do prefer listening to like about 50. Was it about 50,000 blokes cheering about, chanting about blowing bubbles, rather than a load of weird, zesty Fruit Loops talking about hookers and drugs.
I'll play bubbles, penny old fuzz. Oh God, Jesus. But yeah, I'll go Tin Hag manager. Emirates for the stadium.
Manager, I'll go with what Pepsi's put. Manager Arteta, and I will go with Stadium West Ham because I think at the end of the day, and that bloody dreary song that you have got, wow. But this is a brilliant comment from Pepsi. Yeah, plenty of leg room at West Ham, especially when most leave at half time.
Yeah, true. It's true.
So there you go. That's the team. So what's that there? So it's showing you, according to the old point system, 2,766,650. Not bad.
That's if you want to build that team in FIFA.
Yeah,
That's how
indeed.
much.
Yeah.
That's how much it's going to cost you.
Yeah.
I'll
I'm still
tell
waiting for that.
you, proud
Well,
trophy, actually, Anthony. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm actually still waiting for Fuzzy's stream actually to come on. I thought I was going to see Fuzzy. Actually, I think we did it, Fuzz. As soon as the season finished, you went live on your stream and he went up to the camera and he went, "What a fucking year I've had." Uh,
Evening, Arsenal Manic. Howdy, lads. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're all good.
Big up,
Big up, man.
Romelu Lukaku's hinted a potential shock return to boyhood club and elect.
Jesus.
Jesus, don't know where that's come from.
Dredging up all the old information there. Probably on Slow Sports News. That's what you've been watching it on.
Bud's going to take a screenshot of this, and when he gets offline, when the show finishes, he's going to go straight to FIFA, put these players in, and go, right, I'll give this a whirl, lads.
I can't afford that.
Huh?
Even with my annual wage, I still wouldn't be able to afford that shit.
Oh, my FIFA days are over, they're long gone.
So you seen that about Casemiro, Fuzzy? So
Casemiro's, well, I don't know, he's probably going to end up leaving, getting an offer from Saudi Arabia. I know Al Nassr is probably
no,
the club most
apparently
interested.
he has become a director and shareholder at Marbella FC.
I'll buy it, yeah. Heard he's purchased the entire complex of flats, just around the corner from where Lee lives. Yeah, it does. That's what's funny. You might actually at one point bump into him or something. See him down at Porto Banús. You'll probably buy a yacht, super yacht, park it there. You probably stick a hole in the Man United.
Going back, what we started off with at the beginning of that, it's Man City. Guardiola's side will be relegated if found guilty, with courts set for massive call. We're in some crap anyway. Right, gents, as we're getting near to the end, we've done an hour and 38. Going to call it a bit earlier now because I've got a busy old day tomorrow. Fuzzy, if you'd like to shout out your channel, please, sir.
Yeah, we'll find me on Others44OG, the other location where we're streaming live from. So do be sure to smash some likes and keep the subs going up on 181. So we are creeping towards that 200. If we get that across the summer, then that'll be dozy. Need to catch up to this guy up here. Yeah, we're all getting towards getting our big subscriber counts, and this guy's going ever closer towards making his own YouTube channel. Just still figuring out what name he can legally tie to his YouTube channel without getting law enforcement on him or something. But yeah, in terms of other news, shows, perhaps some videos here and there talking about the transfer topics, because as we know, it's all kicking off a little bit. They're saying the Ten Hag decision that was meant to be made earlier this week is not going. The decision won't continue past this week. So when that happens, when we draw that situation to a close, should be in the next couple of days at the very least. And hopefully after that point, we can just move on. But yeah.
But can we agree on what Vic's asking?
And we all agree that Arsenal sucks, yeah.
Yep. That's it. Thanks, Ryan. Thanks so much for that comment as well. Well done on the 300 subs, Tony. Yeah, and also make sure, obviously, with Fuzzy's channel, we get him up as well. Get him up to that 200 mark, that's for sure. And
100%.
great show and chat as usual, folks. I can go to bed a happy man. Ben Johnson, tra-la-la. Ben Johnson, tra-la-la.
Yeah, Ben Johnson made it into a team of the season somewhere out there on the internet. That's it. It's scribed into the annals of history.
Well, if
Never
you look
to be
at it, I think
forgotten.
even the likes of Odegaard managed to just about scrape through onto that bench as well. So that says it all as well. But people in the chat, thanks for sticking around with us and that, as usual. Great having you with us. Some great, comments been put in there and that, some really funny ones as well. So really enjoyed that. Anthony Fuzzy, as always, a pleasure having you on the show and doing this content that we do. And we picked our team of the season. Anthony, you must be a happy man because the majority of your players, for a change, we can say a lot of your players are in there.
Yes, it is good. It feels good, team. I'm absolutely obliged. And obviously, you picked Mikel Arteta as the manager, didn't you?
Yeah, it's the blood running out of inside of my mouth. I've bit my lip and been saying that as well.
Yeah. Never mind. But I enjoyed tonight's show. I enjoyed tonight's show. It was good. Make sure everybody you click, like, and subscribe to Tony's show, Early Doors Football TV, and also like Hot Class 44. There's good content and that, and we
give us a link.
See more of Fuzzy. No, you're the one that says your channel is the next best thing to Horlicks if you're sleeping. So you've actually kind of said this, Buzz. All right. So
I'm compared to Horlicks. I do need to ask Abs if he was on the Horlicks though.
But is that Horlicks the one with the silent W in it? Just making sure. Pepsi Pack saying Southgate lawyers and Man United board finalising contracts.
I like that one, team.
Tony, that Horlicks brings the likes of Astrid Wet around these parts. We don't want
that. I say big up, guys. Great show. Take care. Thanks so much, mate. Yeah, indeed. Boom. Steve Cox is saying, does Anthony get a trophy for most players? No, Steve. Not Sundays. He's not getting fuck all, basically. Just like his team. Getting fuck all.
He gets a certificate.
Story of my life.
But no, thanks for being in the channel, chatters. And don't forget all the people that's coming and that. The ones obviously we'll put into the link in the description.
Yeah.
And, if you can, go and sub to those guys. We'll put them in there. But as always, thanks for being with us. We've really enjoyed tonight. It's been a good show. And we will catch you another time. Take it easy for now. Take care.
Turn the volumes down.
Exactly. Here we go.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time for the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss that fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring.